So I traveled to Bali, Indonesia, a couple years ago. And one of the things that really struck me was the way that traffic went. So the streets were really narrow to begin with, and people just, went in and out of traffic like many countries do. But the thing that was really interesting was that there were trees right on the side of the road, like growing in the sidewalk and in the road. And people would literally just stop and drive around the tree. Like the tree was clearly in the way, but instead of pulling the tree when they made the street and the road, they just left it there. And I thought that was really interesting because most of the time in the United States, if there's a tree there, they're just going to pull it out entirely and build whatever they wanted to build, right? They're not going to drive around it. Um, but anyway, these trees are literally planted near moving traffic. And I thought it was a cool analogy for a Christian in the workplace, right? So if you think about the place where the trees are rooted is really not meant for trees. It's not meant for something sedentary. It's meant for something that moves. And the place, that road, is meant to carry ideas and products and plans and things of the world and get moving. And the trees know the world that they live in, but somehow they've built some deep enough foundations that they're able to stay there and stand strong in spite of all of the things that are speeding past them. And they don't get carried around by the traffic, they're set. And the most amazing thing about trees is if you've ever seen a tree like those, they can grow through some incredible things, right? Like if they've got a good foundation system and good access to water, they'll go through cement walls, entire buildings, entire homes if you let them keep growing, right? They're very strong and they grow based on how deep their foundations go. And so again, I think this is such a great concept of what Christians in the workplace should be, right? They're firmly planted and they're right there in the culture. You can't ignore the things that are around you, but they also have to be firmly planted in what they know is truth and what they know is most important, right? And they should be an immovable stand that lives in two worlds but grows in both. And I think that's just a beautiful thing. I love this passage from Psalms. Sorry, I'm just going to read it. Psalms 1:1. Oh, the joys of those who do not follow the advice of the wicked, or stand around with sinners, or join in with scoffers. But they delight in doing everything the Lord wants. Day and night they think about his laws. They are like trees, planted along the riverbank, bearing fruit each season without fail. Their leaves never wither, and in all they do, they prosper. Who wants to be like a tree that prospers, right? Yeah, so in our workplace, again, having some really good foundations in God's truth should allow us to be able to grow and flourish, even in the midst of a world where we kind of sometimes feel like we don't belong. Hope that encourages you. Have a good one.